Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is your host from the most King Geo in the house. Well, I want to say that here we go again. The Republican Party, the GOP, the Grand Old Party, has decided to vote against giving medals to all those officers who risk their lives so that the lives of both Democrat senators and Republican senators on the January 6th insurrection, that their lives were safe. We all saw the video, right? Where officers was on the doors, and they were protecting the doors from the multitude of people. They were protecting for people to go in. Yes, there were some officers who were just letting people in, and some videos you see officers opening the gate and even opening the doors for them to go in. In some videos you see officers walking inside the rotunda. But you have 21 Republicans saying that voting against giving out medals for these people, for these officers, not these people, I'm sorry, for these officers. And why is that? Because in their mind they say if we approve this, if we say yes, that's going to maybe have some form of an effect that will in some way, shape, or form have an investigation so that they can see who was, which Republican. In other words, they're hiding something and they don't want it to come out. So they're trying to refuse everything they can and stay away from anything that has to do with January 6th. I mean, just the other day, they refused to do a committee. Why did they refuse to do a committee? Because they know that during the investigation, there's going to be some Republicans that are going to come out and they're going to know that these Republicans were in it, in the insurrection. Either through they gave messages, either they gave plans, or they say you can come through this door, or whatever the case may be. And they knew about it and they didn't say anything. So they're afraid of that. And it's a shame, because these Republicans, all these senators, but whether it's Democrat or Republican, they forget one thing though, that we were the one that voted them in. They're not there to represent themselves. They're not there to represent their ideas. They are there to represent the people of their state. And that's what a senator does. He or she, you gather information from your state, you find out what your constituents want, what they need. You just don't assume. But that's the Republican Party's way. They assume. I mean, they go in everywhere in every state, trying to oppress your vote, so it can make it less and less for people to vote, because in their warped mind they say that these elections were rigged, and yet there's no proof, and yet people still believe what Donald Trump says, what Ted Cruz says, what they all say. If you have proof, if they had proof, they would have done this a long time ago. If you have proof, you show it, because you want your innocence to be, you want your innocence to be proven. You want to be proven innocent. You want to be proven that that this was rigged. So you bring out evidence. That's how you do it. You don't go on TV shows and make up lies after lies after lies, and then you have people that believe those lies, and it's unfortunate. So here they are, 21 Republicans decided to vote against giving these officers, these brave men and women, medals, and letting them know, listen, thank you for what you did. Thank you for keeping us safe. Is that not a shame? Is that what you voted these people in for? Are the Republicans that flammable? Are they that vain? I just can't believe that. Among other things, Marjorie Greene, she has to go. Haley has to go. Manchin, he's a Democrat. He has to go too. It's a lot of Republicans that need to go. The Republican Party right now is a party of laughter. It's a party of shame. Mitch McConnell the other day just said that that in the 2024 election, if anything happens in the state's name, he's not going to allow the Biden presidency to appoint a judge. He's not. And then you have Manchin from West Virginia, a Democrat, saying he was bipartisan. Where's he going to find bipartisan? He looks more of a Republican than he does a Democrat. He knows that bipartisan is not going to exist. That's not going to happen. Not with these Republicans. It's not going to happen. But he does it anyway. For some reason, this man says he's a moderate, and He's not moderate. Manchin is not moderate. He's just a plain old man. He's an idiot. I can't say old because I'm old too, but he's just an idiot, and he's playing the fiddle, and he's doing it with the Republicans. But think about that. 21 Republicans voted against giving a piece of metal, a medal to say thank you. That's what it is. Because in their mind, they know that once they gave out that medal, they approved it. So they're going to say, well, you approved this, but you didn't approve a committee? So, but it's a shame, though, because those men and women who've risked their lives and they don't get recognized. And just for your information, that officer that passed away, unfortunately, you see how Donald Trump didn't call it. His family should have gone to his house. He did none of that. But did you know that this man was a Trump supporter? Did you know that officer wrote a letter to Donald Trump? He was all for the steal the vote for the recount. He was a diehard Trump fan. A Trump supporter, should I say. He was a diehard Trump supporter. And Trump didn't even have the decency to say, you know what, we're going to do this. We're going to make it, let's commemorate this, or let's do this. Not even a suggestion. Even to this day. Just to let you know, that's the man you guys voted for president of the United States. A feeble man that has no empathy for anything or for anyone.